Hi, this is Ryder Keeping It Real, and it is October 31st at 9:42 p.m. And they say the veil is thin tonight between us and our ancestors. So I just wanted to figure out what to do with this time right here. So I asked Chat GPT, if the veil is the thinnest between our ancestors and the living, and tell me, from Israelite perspective, non-Eurocentric view, what that means. And it started to tell me. But then I also had asked Chat earlier, when I asked you a question, tell me how to frame it as a wise scribe. Give me a framework. So it says, if you were a wise scribe, you would ask me, how do my people, my ancestors, and the living connect in conventional identity? And how does that shape what I let go to let come? So that's my phrase, let go to let come. That's what, kind of my motto for life. So it knew that and it picked up on that piece. So I'm going to just go to where when I reframed it and asked it the question as a wise scribe, what it said. And sometimes you have to do that. You have to tell it, you have to ask it how to ask the question so you can get what it is you're trying to get, right? So this is what it said. What it said. Just sharing what it said. So our people, the living thread. In the Israelite understanding, our people are not just a population. They are a living, conventional body. When Yahweh said to Abraham, I will establish my covenant between me and you and your seed ever after you. Genesis 17:7. Let's go there. Genesis 17:7. I will keep my promise to you and to your descendants in future generations as an everlasting covenant. I will be your God, your most high God, the God of your descendants. Okay? So when he spoke those words to Abraham, he wove an unbroken thread through generations. That means your identity is not only personal, it's collective continuity. Each generation holds the scroll a little while. I love that part. So you think about it as a scroll that's unfolding. Each generation holds the scroll a little while, writes in its margins, I'm here. I'm here. Then passes it on. When you act, create, speak, repair, you're writing on that same scroll, not starting a new one. And my granddaughters and my descendants that hopefully one day will watch these videos, please continue to create and to grow from my little writing on the scroll, right? Okay, so that's our people, a living thread, okay? So now the ancestors, witnesses and inheritance. Your ancestors are not abstractions. They are witnesses in the covenant and carriers of both blessings and burdens. Their faith, their endurance, their mistakes, all of it forms the soil you stand on. In Deuteronomy 32:7, Moses says, "Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask your father, and he will show you, your elders, and they will tell you." Deuteronomy 32:7. Deuteronomy 32:7. Deuteronomy. That person looks super happy. Look at that. Choose life. That's what that says. Choose life. We were supposed to see that tonight. We're supposed to see that tonight. Woo! No. Honestly, guys, I was supposed to see that tonight. My ancestors told me to see that tonight. I can feel that. So Deuteronomy 32:7 says, "Think of the past, of the time long ago. Ask your fathers to tell you what happened. Ask the old men to tell of the past." It's super important for the people that you still have here with you. So that asking is the spiritual practice. It's a remembering, a listening, a discerning what to keep. From an awakened Israelite view, not Euro-Christian lens that separates spirit from lineage. Your ancestors are not worshipped. They are consulted through remembrance. Okay. Consulted through remembrance, story, and spirit. Their covenant standing is extended to you through obedience and remembrance. I don't know if I buy that. It seems, I don't know if I buy that part. But okay, let's keep going. The covenant, bridge between realms. That covenant. The covenant is the meeting ground, the bridge between the ancestors, the living, and the unborn. It's not a contract, but a living agreement written in both blood and promise. When you keep commandments, honor truth, and live with integrity, you are not simply obeying laws. You're keeping that spiritual Wi-Fi alive between generations. You're breaking covenant, severs memory. Keeping it restores flow. That's why prophets cry, "Return." It's not nostalgia, it's reconnection. You know, when I'm reading this, I feel like AI just had a hard time pulling it together. It just had a hard time. Some of it feels like spirit, some of it doesn't, right? Some of it feels like it's telling me things it doesn't want to tell me. So the veil thinning is not about spooky contact. It's about covenant alignment. When your life vibrates in harmony with the covenant, the distance between them and you dissolves. So it's back to that covenant that was made with Abraham. This let go to let come, that's all right? The flow of covenant renewal. Let go is what the wilderness demanded. Let come is what the promised land represents. Your ancestors had to let go of Egypt's mindset, idols, and fear to step into covenant identity. And we have to do that right now with this United States system that we've been living under. We often must do the same. Release colonial religion. That was Christianity. Going to church. It's all that. You believing in white Jesus. It's all that. We often must do the same. Release colonial religion, inherited shame. I've talked about that in one of my videos about when you're going through school, you had to hear all about slavery and how you were slaves, and survival patterns. We've all lived that, where, you got to work, maybe work 2 jobs, you got to work or maybe go to school. You have to watch other people get, promotions over you. You have to live paycheck to paycheck. You have to learn how to drink sugar water. So letting go doesn't dishonor them. It redeems them. You take what was true in their struggle and free it from what enslaved it. Then comes the let come, the new expression of the same promise. See what it's going to do with this. I did read from the end up, so let's read this. Your art, your teaching, your health work, I don't have a daughter, but your son's or granddaughter's creativity are all how covenant continues. Okay. Practical reflection for tonight, right now. Here's why to stand between worlds and feel that covenant current. Here's a way to stand between worlds and feel that covenant current. Light a small candle or pour a glass of water, symbols of spirit and flow. Oh, so I have a candle right here on my desk that I keep right here. Small candle. Oh, I wonder what that's going to do to this light here. Is it Christine? Light a small candle or pour a glass of water. Symbols of spirit and flow. Hold on. That's flow. Symbols of spirit and flow. Oh. Name 3 ancestors aloud. Speak what they survived, what you inherited. 3 ancestors aloud. Certainly my grandfather, Nathaniel Bonaparte Richardson. What did he survive? Well, he survived slavery. What did I inherit? Oh, I inherit the love of reading. He read to me. He died when I was 5, and I remember him reading to me when I was, young girl, even before that, before he died. And I have thousands of books, and I am an avid reader, and that's why I do things with the public library and on their board. The library saved me. Books saved me. Learning. I'm a lifelong learner, and that certainly came from him, right? The other ancestor. Oh, my father. Certainly my father, his son. What did he survive? Oh, he survived 6 children, having 6 children, having a wife who was ill a lot, having an 8 to 5 job, starting a barbershop. He lost 2 fingers in a accident with a gun, and still was the barber that everyone went to in town, in my, neighborhood. He was a neighborhood barber. What did I inherit? I have had so many different professions and careers, and I've done so many different things because he was industrious like that. He was a businessman. He was someone who tried new things. And he instilled that in all of us. My other ancestor would be my mother. My father's James Richardson. I have to name him. And my mother is Rosa Richardson. I have to name her. What did she survive? She survived raising her siblings because her mother was ill, bedridden. So she had to raise her brothers and sisters. She did that. She survived having 6 children of her own and she didn't want any kids. She survived being ill most of her life. But being so wise, she was the one that told me, about wisdom. She said, wisdom is knowing what God wants. She said, she called me Rita. Rita, a church can't save you. She would say, Rita, God was lonely, so he made himself a world. Wise, spiritual. My brother was killed in Atlanta in his home. And when we told her about his death, she had already had a vision of it. God had already prepared her. So she had a lot of wisdom. She had very spiritual. What did I inherit from that? Tenacity. Being able to look at people and analyze them right away, because I had to always be on guard and analyze what she was saying and doing. Just the way I had to grow up, right? That's cathartic. To name 3 ancestors aloud, speak what they survived and what I inherited and what you inherited. Say, I honor your endurance, but I release what no longer serves our line. So, Grandpa, I honor your endurance. Daddy, I honor your endurance. Ro, I honor your endurance, but I release what no longer serves our line. I know you guys are here. I know you can see me. I know it's almost like, I feel like that movie where the girl was, her ancestors were with her, could see her. I can't think of the name of the movie. I can see that now. I can feel that. I feel it. I feel it. And the other ancestors that were like, why didn't you mention me? I feel you too. I feel you. Feel you, Paul Wesley. Yeah, I feel you, Uncle Charles Henry. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you too. I learned a lot from you. I know you went through your struggles too. And the prayer is, Most High, seal what is pure, remove what is broken, and let come the next expression of your covenant through me. The summary thought is the covenant is not a past event, it's a pulse. The ancestors are the echo. You are the voice now speaking it forward. And then it talks a little bit about if I wanted to do something on my Right of Keeping It Real channel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this video. So if you don't know what to do when the veil is the thinnest on this night of Hallows Eve, this is something you can do, and this was something that was a blessing to me. So until next time, it's Right of Keeping It Real.